Yo, guys, welcome back. Today we are going to stream the end of the season of Santa Clara. We have some results to talk about. I've skipped the Braga tie because after getting a crazy result, I thought it wasn't necessary anymore to do the Braga game. Because that would just have piled up now on the games that we have to play. Then we have now enough games to play. So, we're going over to the game. So, how you can see, we are still in the Conference League. So, last time we played, we were on our semi decent run. And the last game, I think, was the Riwave game, where we lost 2-1. Or it was the AVS game. One of those two, it was. Then, after that, we won against AVS, Benfica 3-2, Gerard and Delufeo Masterclass. And then we won against Braga. Then we drew against Porto. We lost on stream 5-3, I think it was, against Porto. The music is a little bit too loud. We lost 5-3 to Porto. And now we have drawn against Porto, which is we can see it down here, which is an improvement. Then we got Braga in the cup. We haven't lost this season to Braga at all, so I was thinking maybe we can do something fun this game. And Max Swanson, our new striker, has scored. He isn't too bad as the stats indicate, and as the stars indicate, but he is like alright. He's worse than Wendell Silva in that regards. Then we went to Moreirense. We won 3-1. Again, another Gerard Delofeu masterclass. Then we won against Banik Ostrava from Czechia. Good game. Won 4-2 away. Then Alverca, not that important. Then we won 5-3 at home. I already had one of these games this season where I think we were 2-0 down now. And then we got a penalty in the first half. No, we were 3-1 down. We're 3-0 down. We got a penalty in the first half, and I thought, fucking hell, we're going to throw this away. Did some substitutions, and we ended up winning the game 5-3. We had this with Sheriff, I think, where I was winning 5-0, and then they almost drew the game. We won against Nacional 3-0. Then our starting streak started with Sturil and Crystal Palace. Then we went back to winning ways, winning against Aroca, winning against Crystal Palace 2-0. I still don't know how we did it. I just defended the whole game, and we got like 2 chances in the final minutes to send us through to the semis of the Europa Conference League. Now, then we went to a woeful Tondela 1-3-1 and drew against Braga in the cup, which I didn't care which the result was because we were basically already through with that 3-0 win at home. Now, for this stream, we have 2 sporting ties. I thought we had more games. 3, and we had 6. I had 6 planned, yeah. We have 2 sporting matches. One is the Taça de Portugal final, and the other one is for the Liga Portugal. Then we have 2 games against Fiorentina in the semi-finals. Vitória de Guimarães game, which will be very important, and Naves game, which will be very important, because if we look at the league, we are close to Sporting. very close. We are 10 points away from Porto. If Porto win the next game, I think they are champions already. Which, if you take a look at their team this year, is a fair point. They should be champions, but I still think from watching the season that Sporting or Benfica can still do something this season against Porto. We got Famalicão on fifth, 2 points. Um, Bragard like 2 points away from Famalicão. If Famalicão do decent, they should have that Conference League spot. We already have a relegated side, Estrela da Amadora, and Arouca is probably going to get relegated as well. Ignore this. It's only like the 16th that goes to the playoffs, and Alverca looks like a relegation playoff team to me, because the rest of the teams have too much of a point gap and should be safe. So, and now we are going straight into the game. I did some transfers, I think, some pre-contract transfers, because I did something funny. I actually got us out of I got myself out of that overspending on wages. And I think I already agreed with some players to come next season. Now I have to find that screen. It should be in recruitment, transfer window. No, it isn't transfer window. Which one is it? The only annoying thing that I find is with the transfers is this screen and where to find the guys you're going to get next season. I thought I agreed more. I agreed like with some guys on pre-contracts. Reich, does he know some Portuguese right now? Rich has been injured like a lot in the end of the season. We have missed him. How is his Portuguese? Where do you see that now? You can't see it anywhere. That's fun. Is he? I know Delofeu is. He has good progress. Basic Portuguese. Oh, you can see it here. All right. He has basics, so let's get him to fluent. Um, I mean, the best performers are the guys. Whole team talk. All right, the main squad is happy. That's what keeps me happy. I have this one guy on loan. On not on loan, on what's it called? On trial. It's this guy here. He's wanted by some clubs. I want to get him in. The thing is, he wants too much money, and I can't get him on the money that he wants. Benfica wins 6-0. But we have like a 5 point cushion. We shouldn't throw that away. My books. So I might try what I did with the Crystal Palace game. And maybe put the mentality down from positive to cautious. Because that's what helped last time. Let's get some of the players that aren't that match fit. Matheus Pereira has to play. Kalkman gets. Let's get Firmino in. Let's get Deulofeu out. And let's get Gabriel Silva in. Let's get Swanson in. Oh no, wait, he's injured. That's why I had Safira, which I won't probably play. Let's get. If Anderson can play, I would want Armand to play. Gabriel Silva is fine to play. So, let's see the Sporting starting 11. They have their strongest 11 out, which concerns me. But we have them at home at the Azores, and that's always in real life a quite hard game because of the travel. We might have a chance right now on the counter attack. Gabriel Silva, Matheus Pereira, Armu. He dribbles. We shoot, and we already are 1-0 up against Sporting. My cautious approach might work out. We are 1-0 up against Sporting. Sorry, I had to interrupt quickly. We are 2-0 up. I didn't even see that second goal. But my cautious approach seems to be working against Sporting, which I didn't think it would work. That's a very nice worked goal. I think with us winning here, we go in front of Sporting. Which would put Porto up as champions. If my math is matching, Porto should. If this game ends in a draw or ends in a victory for us, Porto are already champions. Mateus Pereira plays to Adriano. Mateus Pereira. And goes over the bar. We are playing some very fluid football. What a nice goal from Kenda. The VAR checks at least now. If they wouldn't show that it's already been given as a goal, then the VAR checks are quite useless now. Sporting have another chance, but it goes wide. I will ignore my ass, man. Do not let them through. Fucking hell! And we go 3-2 up with a nice cross. Wendell Silva shoots from outside the box. The keeper's never going up to that. Forget it. He's never gonna catch that. 3-2 up at the half. Very well played by the team. Sporting again on the attack. Looks like a goal. That goes wide. Gets a look on the VAR, but it's not a penalty. It's probably outside the box. And just hope Lucas isn't injured. Rejneda to Pedro Gonçalves. We can't let Gonçalo Inácio run like that. But Pot misses the header, which gets us out of trouble. They play it back to the. If we could have intercepted that pass, maybe we could have gone 4-2 up. Armau had a chance, but Morita takes the intercepts the ball. Nice save by Gabriel Batista. And the highlight isn't ending right here. Or it is. I mean, if we could confirm with this game that we go into the Europa League or Conference League, that would be awesome. 4 minutes still to play. And we might have done it against Sporting. And that's it. We won our first game against Sporting, which keeps me in hope for the Taça de Portugal final. Very well played by the boys. And I think Porto are champions now, with us winning against Sporting. We qualify for the Europa Conference League. That's already confirmed, probably. No, it isn't. We can still. He gets. Yeah, I've promised him that if we did qualify for it, that he would get a bonus. So let me see. He can play. He's tired, but I do not have right now somebody to replace him with. Matheus Pereira is tired, of course. JP can come in for the Fiorentina game. And Mare is injured as well. Safira. Mare isn't injured, he is unregistered. Let's put most of my squad now into rest. Let's rest them for 2 days. Porto are crowned as champions. Which was probably likely for them to become champions. My assistant manager will probably suggest another team for me to play. The only guy that I'm probably going to put in for this match is Cockman. But that should be it. He wants Russia for this game. Russia is not going to play this match. Cockman for Serginho, Lucas Anderson. He wants. I might have a listen to what he's saying and put Firmino in. Anderson, of course, is gonna play. Gabriel Silva is gonna play. Couto for Vinicius Lopes, no. He is not gonna play. I might get this guy on trial. He might not want that much money, hopefully. So, our semifinals first leg against Fiorentina. My whole bench is on a yellow card, Jesus. But but Fiorentina's whole bench as well on a yellow. We do not want a Conference League music because that's copyrighted. What the hell? Did I just get a follow? Thank you, Heli Rage, for the follow. And welcome to the Gun family. And Luca Ranieri just scored against us. We should take a result here. It would help us a lot for the away game. But I am not hopeful as I was against Sporting that we can get a result against Fiorentina. Because the other two are Copenhagen and PAOK. The final would be easier for us. But as I said, I'm not that hopeful. Maybe cautious isn't the right approach for this. I will go positive. And as I do, we get a highlight. Firmino to Mateus Pereira. A cross into the box. Leads to nothing, but JP Charmont. And that's funny. Luca Ranieri just scores an own goal. The same guy the defender that scored against us has now scored an own goal in the 70th minute. Mateus Pereira is quite tired, but I cannot change him out. And Firmino as well. There is a highlight for Fiorentina, but we steal the ball from them. Anderson gets the ball cleared, but we get the ball again, and Gabriel Silva. He was offside, but he has to put those in. I might do some subs. I might get Gabriel Silva off for Luquinhas and Delafeu in. Anderson isn't having the best game of his life. I do not have anyone for Mateus Pereira. I will put Serginho on. And I'll keep one sub open. Another highlight for us. Kochman. I'll pass. Luquinha. Mateus Pereira can cross it in again. They pass it around. And we scored! Gerard Deulofeu scored, and we are 2-1 up against Fiorentina. Did he chest the ball in? I think he chested the ball just in. De Gea saves the first shot, a well-placed shot by Krogman, but cannot save the deflection from Gerard Deulofeu. It hits the post, but it was offside. We have to be careful from their attacks. I just hope Mateus Pereira doesn't do anything dumb. And we would take a good lead for the match in Italy. I will now put Lucas in. It looks like time is running out. And we won our home fixture against Fiorentina. Which would put us in the upper hand for the second leg. Continue is tired. I will put Zapata for the next game in. I will massively rotate for the league. Swanson comes back at the end of the season, probably. Which isn't what I want. He wants too much money. He wants too much money. And we are now 12 million up. Let's congratulate Wendell Silva for getting player of the month. And we'll massively rotate for the game against Vitoria. Because our third place should be guaranteed. As we have an 8-point cushion from Benfica. Sporting win. Their match. What's been my results against Vitoria? Okay, 3-3 draw. Oh, Vizela get promoted to the first division again. That's nice. Five k to 6.2 6.25. I would actually be able to do this. But he like has to accept. I can't bring it more up than this. But he has gone down on his demands. So I'm going real quick to the toilet. Or to the loo. I will be right back. I've seen we are 1-0 up. But I okay. I was gonna say not for long. But with Vittoria getting shots like that, then most probably. You want to know what the funny thing is? In real life, is that Santa Clara is not as close to as good as they are right here on my save. And that's not good. The one player that I didn't want to get injured got injured. We have Gabriel Silva that can do that role as a striker. He could do us a job as striker, but still, that's not what I would want. Rish can play. But do I want to risk Rish on a longer injury? There is not many things I can change about the team. Maybe I can get Delafeu off for Kuto. Yo, Winter Christie, thank you for the follow, mate. Now has a chance from a free kick to close off this game. And he hits the bar. And this would confirm us now in the Europa League. And this result puts us into the Europa League. Which is crazy. I never thought that we would be second by the end of the year. Hmm. Morukuto is out for the rest of the season. And Wendell Silva too. I would have to replace him with Gabriel Silva. At least it's important that Vinicius Lopes isn't injured for the the rest of the season. Rich should return after the Fiorentina game. And Kalkman can play. Going to do the same team as in the first leg. And I will rest the team up. For 2 days. It is quite stupid that we have to play on a Monday when we have the game on a Thursday. All right. Now comes our game against Fiorentina. By the end of the season, what are his demands? I cannot. I cannot accept those demands. Jesus Christ. I cannot give you 16. I can only give you 5. I can't give you the money that you want, mate. Swanson is back, too. I might have to play Swanson in the sporting game. So, now our away game against Fiorentina. If we can get a result here, that would be nice. I am guessing if there are no highlights, that's good for us. But there is a highlight here. Fiorentina on the attack. He should be off. That wasn't an offside. Let's do the same that we did at the away game. It's been disallowed. I thought that was an offside. Yeah, that was a clear offside. Clear as day offside. Another chance for Fiorentina to equalize the tie. Gets punched away by the keeper. I do not feel comfortable with them passing the ball around. Fucking hell. Yeah, of course I want to change it after that goal. We might want to go positive against them. Or at least go for a penalty shootout. We have a chance. Nice pass to Kochman. Why do you play with the ball? Play it back. You had so many players to play it back. And Fiorentina are 3-2 up on the tie. Now we got a chase because my midfield thought it would be funny to play it around. Vinicius is having a good game. Might have to risk Rish. I do not have any center backs available right now. Gabriel Silva is having a bad game. Let's put Delafeu in as a striker. Looks like another chance for Fiorentina. They are playing it nice. Please take a chance to equalize. Do not smash it up. Jesus. What the hell? No. My God. Fiorentina have the chance to go 4-0 up. We can respond with two goals. And I think we are out of the Conference League. Because I'm not seeing us scoring 3 goals. Let's put Delafield back and get Swanson in. Quite stupid from the team to lose a game like this. I mean, the away goal that they scored did some damage as well, but now it's literally impossible. And that injury messed us up. Yeah, it looks like we're out. It was a nice run. I mean, I didn't expect us to get into the semis. And it's 5-0. Well, I think I already know what will happen with the keeper. He has saved my ass sometimes in a couple of games, but this game wasn't it. And it looks like the final will be then Fiorentina against PAOK. Let's see, Porto are, I think, in the final as well. So Porto are in the final after beating Braga in the semis. The Champions League final will be Liverpool against Real Madrid. And here will be Fiorentina against PAOK. 2.5 million to think about. If I think about it, we did the club a massive favor. And there's only like 7 million. There are only 7 million in debt now. I would like for next season a good transfer budget, but I think what I read for next season, the next season's minimum guaranteed budget will be 350k. What am I supposed to do with that in the if I get into the Champions League? What am I supposed to do with that? Because the teams are going to be much stronger in the Champions League. If I gotten into the Conference League final with a subpar team, what will I do in the Champions League? Like the best side, we knocked out Crystal Palace. I still don't know how. But still, good run from us. Going from I think it was the second knockout or third knockout pre-qualifying. he still wants too much money. And he isn't willing to talk to us. Sporting want that Champions League plays very badly. Do we qualify? We still have like 2 games. Like we still have 2 games. Sporting can win because the Pia aren't the best team, and AVS isn't the best team, but they're like fighting for survival. It is trial come to an end. Benfica win. Porto win. It's coming to an end. Yeah, when does it come to an end? Right. So his trial is finished. I will give him another 4-week trial. Let's get some of the lads in. Rish can now come in. Not really. Wendell Silva is back. I still will have to line up like this. And I forgot again to put us out of cautious. So second last game of the season in the league. I might go positive again. Like our harder games are over now. If if we draw, we actually are we are on top of Sporting. Huh. So a draw would suffice and a win against AVS would be enough. I think even a loss would be fine. Why couldn't you do this against Fiorentina when we had a chance to go into a final where I would have even said we were gonna be the favorites in that final. Mateus Pereira has the chance to put us 2-0 up, but it goes over the bar. JP, Anderson, Vinicius, Kochman. Jesus Christ, Vinicius. Nice save by Gabriel Batista. You're doing well. You might have a chance. Well played by the lads. The thing is, we might have shot ourselves in the foot in becoming second. Because if they do not give me enough money for next season, then we might be in too much trouble. Like, how am I supposed to make the team better? That's my concern. How will I better this team without them investing on the team? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why did you get a red now? Fuck. Um, just put him here. Get Delofeo in. Why would you do something that stupid, mate? We were playing so fucking well. And I wouldn't be surprised if we would now lose this match. Let's go defensive. They didn't have a sliver of chance against us. But because Vinicius thought he needed to tackle the defender, the wing back, like a stupid cunt, that probably nothing is going to happen. At least it's not like the Prem where he would have gotten a 3-match ban. Nice work. Stupid for you to get a red card. Not you. Wait, where is he? He gets a 1-match ban. He should be back for the sporting game. I think all of my players are going to be back before the sporting game. I mean, we are in luck that we have Delphio. Look, if we can get into the Champions League next season, you got the max bonuses. If we get into the final again, you get the max bonuses. The sell on percentage fee, you can forget about that. You can get a little bit more money, but that's it. More appearance fees. All right, we got one of the players that I wanted in. He wants too much money as well. Maybe I can get both of them like this in. Give him the max, give the max with this. That's fine. We can qualify for the champions. You can get a lot. If we can get into the final, you would get the max and a relegation release clause of 0. I cannot give you that much money, mate. He wants 16k. He's earning 1.8k. He thinks that we have unlimited money. And Gabriel Batista is now injured. That's gonna be fun for the cup final. It's not that we needed him game. At least we got a defender now. Right. But it was our keeper. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I mean, let's rotate the side now. Delofeo stays on. Who didn't play? Serginho didn't play. Sasha didn't play, and Sasha is now back. That should be fine for the ABS game. Training review. And we are in the Champions League. That's not a bad budget, actually. I might actually get to keep Vinicius Lopes. Onsen resumes full training. That's nice. Swanson. I mean, this should be fine for the ABS game. I mean, the 3.3 million isn't enough for me to do to buy someone, but the wage budget, I could get someone for that wage budget, and I'll probably go over again. Well headed by Rish. He hits the post. No. Fuck. Would have been a nice goal by Delafeu. Like some old school Delafeu play. That 9K that Japanese striker maybe is wanting. Maybe I can get him a deal now. I might be able to sign now some of the players that I want for next season, but still won't be enough. to think about it. We have then someone better than. We have a straight replacement for one of our center backs. We won't have a replacement for our right back. We will have to strengthen in the market. Would have been a nice goal. We could get some money from Vinicius. Now that I'm thinking about it, he is worth 35 million. He's the most he's a player with the most worth at the club. I should be able to get a better keeper in, but I don't know what much more I can get. And Liège handed that away, cleared that very well. I forget that I'm playing on cautious the whole time. And now that I realized Aves are 1-0 up. And we still get a goal back. No, we can't. That's it for halftime. I mean, we can't fall lower than below Sporting. That's already a guarantee for our Champions League spot. Or it was guaranteed even before this match. Usually, in the Liga Portugal, all teams play on the same day, unless there is a not like all teams play on the same day. If no one is in the final for European competition, like Porto is, um, and usually it's like the relegation battle is the earliest. Then it's the mid table, like clubs that don't have anything to play for, and then like the top six that play against each other. And what I'm seeing, it isn't really the top six playing against each other now. Oh, Family Cow aren't playing. I think they already played. And Braga are in the Europa League spot. So that means Benfica will play in the Conference League next season. should be an easy competition for Benfica, to be honest. Benfica should win that. Any of the three top Portuguese sides should win that with the current squads. Because I'm gonna say most squads are not up to European games. I would say even though I like Crystal Palace wouldn't win against a Benfica, Sporting, or Porto. Against Braga, that's debatable because Braga aren't as big, but still, Braga have been in a lot of European competitions in the last time. They are Europa League finalists in 2011-12. It could happen, but Braga, in theory, should be a better team. Now, when we go to the Spanish clubs, that's where it gets harder because most Spanish clubs that are in European competitions are always in the European competition. Like Betis, last season they were out of luck because they had Chelsea to play against, and Chelsea are usually a Champions League club. Um, who was in the Conference League last season from the Italian clubs? Conference League. Let me take a look. Who was last year in the Conference League? Mm-mm-mm-mm. So from the top five, it was Fiorentina, which have experience in Europe. Chelsea, which were they are usually a Champions League club. Betis, they are between Europa and Champions League level. Lens weren't really a side that I would tip for a conference league place. Germany at Heidenheim, Heidenheim isn't peak Bundesliga team, and there is still one missing. Spain was Betis. No, I had everyone, and then from the outside of the top five, let's say sixth and seventh, Portugal have Vitória Guimarães, which are usually a were a good Europa League side or had some experience in the Europa League. And we had one more. Didn't we have any Dutch clubs last season? We had. There weren't any Dutch clubs in the Conference League. That's why they've fallen that low. Yeah, there weren't any Dutch clubs. At least I'm not seeing a Dutch flag anywhere. Then the Dutch side must have been eliminated pretty early on. Yeah, if you're outside of the top five, not not getting somebody in the Conference League, any club is like a death sentence. So let me take a look. Aston Villa won against Porto. Could happen in real life. I would see this final happening. The semi-final kind of iffy, like Braga against Porto in the semis. I would tip Braga more for like a round of 16. Oh, Academic de Viseu. That's a club that I haven't heard in a long time in the Liga Portugal. Gabriel Batista is available for the final. That's fine by me. So let's get all of the boys together for the final. Vinicius can play. Let's get. Who am I going to take out? Elias. Let's get Cogman in. Let's get Adriano in. Rish isn't match fit enough. I will put Mateus in. Menciano can play his last match for the club. JP can play his last match for the club. This should be like a fine starting 11. This was the final, the starting 11 that won against Sporting. So let's get the boys ready for some potential silverware this season against Sporting at the Jamor. Of course, the Jamor doesn't look like this in real life. And there wouldn't be as many Santa Clara supporters because it's a small club. Like in Portugal, what I don't like is like the three big clubs. I'm a problem. In being a top three club supporter, the smaller clubs don't get any love. Like many support Benfica because they are like one of the more successful clubs, Sporting or Porto. Jesus Christ, what a nice strike from Fresneda. And then you have Braga, Vitoria that have a good following for their size. They have a pretty good following. Who do you have more with a good following? Zelda surprised me when they were in the league. They always had a good full stadium. Gil Vicente have many supporters, but usually when the big three come in town, the whole stadium is packed with, or most of the stadium is packed with. Why do you run away from the ball? Is packed with the top three with supporters from the top three clubs, which is sad to see, but what are you gonna do? Like there isn't many things that you can do. What a nice save by Gabriel Silva. I think this looks like a sporting highlight. I might take away the cautious approach and play positive. So, where was I before I got interrupted? It looks like Sporting are going to take the cup as well. Because in the important matches, it looks like my team forgets how to play football. But now we are on the counter. If that guy would have run with my striker, we would have had a chance. There is no chance. Armau should have actually ran together with my striker on the counter. Yeah. I mean, if I get a job offer from a bigger club, I might take it. Because going into the Champions League with the team that I have would be kind of dumb. I still don't know how I got second place, and Sporting are like destroying us. It was probably just sheer luck on the day. Fresneda, a pass, and it goes. It's a shot that hit the post. I might do some changes now. Like, what's stopping me from doing some now? Like when the team is playing this horrible. Like the goalkeeper is playing well. They had like 13 shots and he saved probably some of them. Anderson. He goes through, finds Cockman. If we can get one back, and we get one back, Gabriel Silva. A 3-1 deficit is still manageable. If we can reduce it to 3-2. If we could have reduced it to 3-2, it would have been a dream. But 3-1 I think is still manageable. Alright. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Vinicius. But Lucas Suarez cuts in. Why don't you pass it? I might take Vinicius off for Delofeo. There is no harm in doing it. I cannot see anything. Like, they put out a hotfix this weekend, and literally nothing changed. After those subs, the team seems like to be playing better. I might take. I might put Serginho in. If this could be a highlight for us, it would be awesome. All right. Nice passing by the team now. And if he wouldn't have shot, have fucking hell, if he wouldn't have shot from there, then we might have. I discourage from fucking distance. Please work it inside the box. Like Gabriel Silva has sometimes a confidence to just shoot from wherever he wants, but he doesn't have the quality for that. Could be a highlight for us. If we would have passed it to Delfeo, we might have had it. He would have a better chance than Gabriel Silva there. It's just Gabriel Silva being wasteful as always. And as I was saying before, it looks like Sporting are going to take the cup home. Okay, let's go very attacking. What's like stopping us now from going very attacking? Like Sporting already have the lead. The only thing that can happen is just them leading by more. And Sporting are champions of the Taça de Portugal. Fine by me. I was. It's fine by me because I wasn't hoping to win it. Good showing from us this season, getting this far in all competitions. The review is probably going to be we aren't the biggest overachievers. That's a lie. So here are the scholars. Number of signed from this youth intake. I've literally signed this guy and Isaac. Or did I sign Isaac? I do not know. Can we approach him now? No, it looks quite manageable. We can get you an 11k then, yeah. Sure. 1.5, that's fine. Let's go to Vinicius. Give him a deal. Why doesn't he want to talk now? That I have more money. Five-year plan, be competitive, reach record half. Next season, qualify. Yeah, but most Brazilian players that are good aren't going to sign for the club, mate. You have to think like that. Um, let's just be competitive. Let's do 3 weeks. Algarve isn't too bad. Now that I want to sign him, they want him as well. He's 600k. He wouldn't be an upgrade to Gabriel Silva, but I have to sell Silva next season. Actually, he would be an upgrade. He would be a massive upgrade. I will actually go for the lad. Let's see the recommendations. I already have taken a look. Edward wouldn't be bad. He plays as a wing back, but I think I need a full back. Then I could sell Mateusz on to make some more money. Actually, not bad. Would he be better than what we already have at the club? Sasha, he's almost on par with Sasha, but Sasha has some better stats. He could be a good backup to Sasha. He wants squad player. I would give him impact sub. If he's willing to go down, I will accept the wages that he wants. Another fullback. Is he a right? Not bad. He is, I think, on level with JP. Or he's better than JP, actually. Might go for him. If he wants squad, then I would take him on. If he wants this, not... This would be fine. That's alright. Fine by me. Samuel Silvera. I'm already going to go for that other lad. Gisaldio is bad. Adama is on a free. I wouldn't mind Adama. But Adama wants too much fucking money. David Luiz, you can forget that I will sign him. Let me take a look at the keepers. Because if I take a look at the 3 months, we have Dubravka, Alex McCarty, we have Green, that will be available on a free. That's fine by me. If Green accepts this, and I can give you more. Wait, let's actually give him here 5k and 3. Let's give him like this, and then he's happy, because then we actually have a goalkeeper that can save stuff. Because I know Green is actually not a bad keeper, and if I take a look at strikers, Septi might be better than Wendell Silva. Let me take a look. Because from his stats that I've seen, he's not bad. Better passing, first touch is better. Only Gabriel Silva's dribbling is better. His acceleration is better. His vision is better. His technique is better. How's his finishing is worse. I won't be able to sign Timo. I already know that. His finishing is horrible. Yeah. Let me take a look at what's available. The Polish striker doesn't look too bad. Traore would be fine. He still has some good acceleration, but I've seen his wages right now. Not possible for us to pay that. He would be a better left back than a winger than and what we need. I might take a look at the market. Orzic is available. Orzic is not a bad shout, but Orzic is on 3.9, and he would still have a year on his deal. I cannot pay that. Sorry, mate. Oliver Burke. Too expensive. Raul de Tomas. Too expensive. It's wanted by Damak, by Saudi. I mean, Jan would be nice. Um, mm, 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 mm. Nichibachuai would be good, but Michibachuai will probably want a lot of money. Can I cap the wages? Full-time wages. Because if they're like around 10k, then I could. Let's get this down to 10k. Alright, let's get this down to 10k and let's see what players are on. Channel forward. Horrible finishing, good acceleration, good pace, good crossing, good technique. $12.25 wouldn't be too bad. I am not paying that for him. No. No. Alfredo doesn't look too promising. Target forward. Let me get in possession channel forward. This lad looks very good. But they all want so much fucking money. That's what I don't get. Like, you aren't getting paid that well. And then you think that I have the money to pay you the wages that you want. I think for a striker, I would have to probably sell someone on. Because the strikers that I'm seeing available now are too expensive. Let me just get like the ones I want to sign in. Yeah, I would have guessed Fiorentina won against basic Portuguese. Let's get Markshin. And I don't have any more money. Um, why don't I have any more money? I'm going to overspend already with the lads that I'm already getting. So there is still like one guy that I want. If I could get. Oh, yeah. Wait, I actually wanted to see that Conference League. And we aren't the biggest overachievers. We went into the semi-final where we weren't supposed to be with the squad that I had. I want just to accept the deals on like the two guys that I want in. Let's take a look. Not here. Not here. Where the fuck was it here? He probably isn't going to come. And these two, if these two accept, then I'm happy. I mean these three. And if he accepts, I don't have to look for a striker. But with Leicester going after him, I don't think we're going to get him. So, Alverca win and Alverca are safe. So let's take a look at the leagues. In the Prem, Arsenal won. Burnley, Wolves, Sunderland get relegated. Sad reality that Wolves are going to get relegated. In this area, it's a three-way draw with Hellas Verona, Cagliari, and Cremonese. I think yeah, that's the playoff that they usually have to play. And why doesn't Hellas have to play it? Because they're one place above. Confusing. La Liga, Real Madrid wins it. Celta, Levante, and Elche are relegated. Bundesliga looks like Union have survived the relegation playoffs themselves. St. Pauli and Mainz are relegated. Bayern Munich win it again. Eredivisie looks like I think Nank are safe. No, they still have one game to play. But NEC might probably stay up, and Ajax win it. Belgian League, Club Rouge win it with Westerlo actually getting second. Or no. Um, Club Rouge win it. Standard Liège go second. Genk third. Westerlo fourth. And that probably means the the European playoff places. Union Saint-Gilloise go to either the Europa League or the what is it called? Europa League or Conference League. I do not have. I don't think I have these leagues loaded up. No. What more leagues do I have loaded up? Let me take a look. I have the South American leagues. Let's take a look at the Brasileirão. Argentino have won the last one. Corinthians second, Palmeiras third. That means we can take a look here, right? Relegated, but Botafogo, Juventude, Sport Recife, and Serra. That's actually quite crazy that Botafogo and Juventude get relegated. Apai accepts. I won't offer him a contract. He probably wants too much money. Let's take a look. Can I contest? Because one more year, having him as a backup. He wants important player. Actually, no. We're already getting somebody in for you, and Zapata isn't that bad. Don't offer him. He doesn't need one. He has quite some potential. You're not going to get a wage rise, but this is fine. I'll have to take a look at the staff. I will probably bring in some staff on my own. Vinicius Lopes Green comes in, and our striker doesn't stay here. Let me take a look. Lechumi. Did I put a bid for him? No. He got the Portuguese League Cup top scorer, goal scorer, which was 3. Let's take a look. Green is confirmed. That's nice. I just need that one other lad to confirm. And we have all now confirmed. So we already have like 4 transfers for next season. I would take a look if Vinicius wants to talk to us. Because I do not think I will replace Vinicius that quick. Enter into negotiations. Actually, I would accept this. Let's just adjust a little bit. So I can actually go for his demands. So Vinicius should be happy to stay at the club. So Leicester got Kitagawa. Would have hoped to keep him, but or not to keep him, to sign him potentially. But what was I gonna do? I would like to extend his loan at Sporting. They do not want to. I would like to have JP on loan. They want him in the first team. Fair enough. Who was another one that I wanted to keep? Dave, maybe. They want to keep him as well. And he's too expensive to actually go after. I've seen something that might interest me. Ben Mee. Yeah, but he would want too much money, right? And he has still a contract. I won't go after Ben Mee. This card, please. Enzo now speaks fluent Portuguese. So let's take a look. I would like to sell Gabriel Silva on, as he will be on his last year. And probably Silva, but being loan listed, I'm not putting him up on loan. I'm putting him up on the transfer list. It said he doesn't want to be loaned. Um, All right, let's take him off of the transfer list. If he gets that cross with me. All right, but it doesn't look like that I'm going to do anything more. So let me get into this screen. So it was a fun stream. I know most of you probably weren't real viewers. I don't know what's up with Twitch again because I don't do this for the money. I do this because it's fun. If I would turn off ads. But yeah, uh, hope to see you guys around on Discord. Twitter is in my bio, and if you want to catch up with streams, I put them over on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys around. Maybe next stream.